لا إله إلا الله.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمد عبده ورسوله. Allah calls our attention in the Quran and He says, Ya ayyuhalladina amanu, in tansurullaha, if you aid the cause of Allah, yansurkum wa thabit aqdamakum. And He says, and He will aid you and establish your feet firmly. We look at our theme, striving for excellence in action, works in our deeds. Under the leadership of Imam Muhammad, we saw the use of this idea of excellence, especially toward the end. You saw him using this term excellence, but it was associated with action. It was associated with works. So he would say the excellence in business life, the excellence in community life, our journey toward excellence. And even in those titles, you saw movement. You saw this idea toward movement. And so when we look and think back at our legacy, we find that he was priming us for a day like today. He was priming us for a time like now. He was priming us as a community so that we can be able to stand on our own and declare the excellence. And so we look at his life and we find that the Imam himself, he promoted actions as opposed to just the speech. In order for me to have a proper understanding of this religion, I have to be considerate about what Allah wants me to do as a result of me having this information. The Prophet ﷺ, he sought refuge in Allah from useless knowledge. He said, A'udhu billahi min ilmi la yanfa. I seek refuge in Allah from knowledge that does not benefit. When we look at this idea being presented, we find the very nature and the very thing or purpose of Ramadan. And the purpose of Ramadan is to do what? La'alakum tatakum, so that you may develop your taqwa. A fear with knowledge and hope with actions are two motivating factors that cause you to work. And that which does not call you to work, do not call you to action, then this in and of itself is a state of delusion. If your information base is not calling you to respond to it, if it's not calling you to do something about it, if it's not calling you to share it, it's not calling you to act upon it, then that knowledge base is just a state of delusion. Because everything that you have as a Muslim requires that you do something about it. We're not allowed to be anywhere for any period of time as Muslims and we don't make some kind of change. It's just that simple.